Welcome to the Explainer. Today we're tackling the best cordless chainsaws of 2026, and I'm going to give you my golden rule right up front. Skip this if you already own DeWalt or Makita tools. Well, at least, do not buy a complete kit. If you're hovering over that buy button for a brand new battery-powered chainsaw right now, just hold on a second. We really need to talk. Because a bigger voltage number on the box absolutely does not mean a faster cut. I know, right? It's literally the single most common myth in the entire chainsaw industry, and it drives me crazy that almost every buying guide gets it wrong. So today, we're breaking down the absolute best cordless chainsaws on the market. But more importantly, we're going to look at the real metrics that actually matter and why you might want to skip buying a brand new saw setup entirely based on the tools already sitting in your garage. Okay, let's dive straight into this. Does a higher voltage number actually mean a faster cut? The short answer is a hard, resounding no. It's time we aggressively debunk this marketing myth right out of the gate. Two chainsaws with identical voltage ratings can perform completely differently when you get them out in your backyard. Believe it or not, a brilliantly engineered 40-volt saw can easily outcut a poorly optimized 60-volt one. Why? Because honestly, you're probably looking at the wrong number on the box. So the absolutely crucial point here is understanding what these terms actually mean. Voltage? That simply describes the battery system's design. It tells you about the power source itself, not the actual output at the blade. What really determines how fast a saw shreds through a log is the real-world performance. We're talking chain speed, under load, motor efficiency, and how well the controller manages heat during sustained use. Instead of obsessing over voltage, this is what a real performance metric looks like: 78.7 feet per second. That right there is the verified chain speed of the Caterpillar DG631. To put that into perspective, your average, noisy, heavy gas-powered chainsaw, that runs at about 88 feet per second. So this 78.7 metric is a tangible, checkable number that tells you so much more about the actual cutting performance you'll feel in your hands than some giant 60V sticker slapped on a piece of plastic. Which brings us to the ultimate insider hack of the power tool world. I like to call it the battery platform secret. This is the one factor almost no other guide even considers. Get this, 3 of the top chainsaws this year run on battery platforms you might already have sitting in your garage right now. Before you go and buy into a brand new, wildly expensive battery ecosystem just for some yard work, you absolutely need to check what you already own. Let's break down the economics here, because it's huge. If you already have DeWalt 20-volt max or flex-volt batteries from your power drill, or Makita 18-volt LXT batteries from an impact driver, buying a compatible bare tool chainsaw is a game changer. Bare tool just means you're buying the saw itself, without a new battery and charger. This effectively makes it the absolute cheapest option available to you. You completely skip the massive cost of an entirely new battery system. It's essentially a massive discount hiding right there in plain sight. Now, aside from the batteries, you also really need to match your bar length to what you're actually cutting. If you're just doing some light pruning, 10 to 12 inches is absolutely perfect. General yard work and light firewood go for 14 to 16 inches. For medium trees, you step it up to 16 to 18 inches, and anything 18 plus is strictly for larger felling. And here's why this matters. A longer bar doesn't just let you cut bigger wood. It actually drains your battery significantly faster because the motor has to work way harder. Buying a shorter bar for smaller tasks gives you way more cuts per charge, and it keeps the saw wonderfully lightweight. But hey, we do need to deliver an honest reality check here. While battery tech has closed so much of the performance gap, gas still completely wins in a few specific scenarios. If you are out there processing multi-cord firewood every single season, or felling massive hardwood trees, or doing remote work where you literally have 0 ways to plug in a charger, gas is still the superior tool, hands down. But for occasional yard work, storm cleanup, and reasonable firewood quantities, the instant start and 0 maintenance of battery power is an undeniable, massive upgrade. So, how does all of this actually shape the market for 2026? Well, we can basically split the absolute best options out there into 2 distinct camps. First, you have the brilliant platform-tied hacks for existing tool owners. And second, you've got the standalone powerhouses for folks starting totally fresh. Let's rapid fire through these top picks. Starting off with the platform hacks. If you're already a DeWalt owner, listen up. The DCS672B is your absolute target. Buying it as a bare tool makes it the ultimate cheap add-on for those 20-volt max or flex-volt batteries you already have. It rocks an 18-inch bar and a super efficient brushless motor. Now, if you don't own DeWalt yet but you're looking to buy in, the DeWalt FlexVolt kit with the 16-inch bar is incredible. Get this, the included battery has been verified to make up to 70 cuts per charge on 6x6 pine. That's wild. Plus, that battery is going to power all your future DeWalt 20-volt tools. All right, Makita owners, this one is for you. The Makita XCU04CM is frankly brilliant. Instead of forcing you to buy some giant, expensive 36-volt battery, this saw hits 36 volts by running two standard 18-volt LXT batteries at the exact same time. If your garage is already packed with Makita drills, this slots right into your ecosystem perfectly. You get that legendary, smooth, controlled Makita power delivery without being forced onto a totally new battery platform. But what if you don't care at all about cross-compatibility with drills? What if you just want raw, unadulterated cutting capability right out of the box? Then the Greenworks 82V is your answer. This thing is an absolute beast. It's the highest voltage saw in our guide today. With its 18-inch bar and massive power output, it is completely purpose-built for serious felling and heavy-duty firewood. It easily takes our title for best overall standalone power. Next up, let's look at how Husqvarna tackles different kinds of users, because it's pretty clever. On the one hand, you have the 542i XP. This is a genuine arborist-grade pro tool. It's sold as a bare tool and actually features a real centrifugal clutch, which gives you that super satisfying petrol-like kickstart feel. It's strictly for the pros. On the other hand, you have the PowerAxe 350i. This is their homeowner tier version, a complete, ready-to-use kit packing a huge 7.5 amp-hour battery. You're getting real Husqvarna engineering without having to pay the professional price tag or hunt down separate batteries. Now let's bring it back to that absolutely crucial metric we talked about earlier. Remember the Caterpillar DG631? Remember that crazy 78.7 feet per second chain speed? Well, this is the saw delivering it. It operates on a 60-volt system, sports an 18-inch bar, and comes as a complete kit. And the craziest part? It's surprisingly lightweight, just 16.3 pounds, even with the battery slapped on it. If you're a buyer who just prioritizes raw, fast cutting speed above literally everything else, this is for sure your top pick. For those of you who really value a compact design or strong legacy brands, we've got two clear winners. The Bosch 18-volt is just a total no-brainer add-on for pros who are already heavily invested in Bosch trade tools, super compact. And then there's Stihl. The MSA 60 is essentially your very accessible entry ticket into Stihl's legendary bomb-proof reliability. And the best part is you get that quality without paying those massive professional arborist prices. Ultimately, picking the right saw really comes down to matching the tool to your specific pain points, right? Like, do you absolutely hate stopping to adjust your chain? The WORX WG384 has this amazing auto tension feature that completely eliminates that whole manual check and adjust routine mid-job. It is a huge convenience upgrade. On the flip side, if your arms get tired easily holding a heavy saw, the SKIL PWR Core 40 is our absolute lightweight champion. With its 14-inch bar, it's specifically designed to prevent fatigue, especially if you're doing a bunch of overhead work and pruning. Capping off our entire list is the EGO Power Plus 16-inch saw. EGO has really earned its place here through an absolutely impeccable track record over the years. Independent testing organizations consistently rank them among the most dependable battery chainsaw brands out there. Seriously, right alongside the big guys like Husqvarna. Plus, if you buy into EGO, you immediately get access to their massive 56-volt ecosystem, which covers a huge range of super reliable yard equipment. So, what does this all mean for you? Before you go swiping your credit card, you need to take a step back and honestly assess your real needs. Go check your garage for existing batteries right now. Realistically measure the branches you're actually going to be cutting. And please, prioritize actual chain speed over those massive, flashy voltage stickers. The real question you have to ask yourself is, are you buying the ultimate cutting tool for your yard, or are you just paying a massive premium for an expensive piece of plastic to hold a brand new battery you didn't even need? Thanks for joining me on this explainer. Assess your gear, buy smart.